When I was searching for help for my own problem, I finally came across an American scientist who has been recruited by the foremost facility in alcohol research in Helsinki, Finland. For over 30 years, Dr. David Sinclair researched alcoholism and discovered something astonishing about alcohol cravings. We've been taught the wrong thing.
It turns out that the desire for alcohol increases every day that a rat or a monkey or a person is deprived of alcohol. The craving goes up and up and up, and it doesn't go down. We had rats that had been dependent upon alcohol. We took them through detox and then 2 weeks or months without alcohol, and it did not take away the craving. Not only did it fail to work, it was backwards. It made the craving be 10 times worse. This meant that the theory of alcoholism being alcohol dependence was wrong. It also meant the treatment was wrong. And all this effort that has been put into detoxification and detention is counterproductive. It's making people worse.
Sinclair applied this. He thought, how could I get inside the brain? Because when people drink alcohol, there's a release of endorphins, the body's own morphine, which is reinforcing the system.
The endorphins don't do anything to most of the brain, but to synapses, pathways that have just been used, they make them stronger. The endorphin system is a shortcut for learning. When alcoholism is being learned, you have a strengthening of the pathways. Each time the drink occurs, the endorphins are released and they make pathways stronger. They get a great deal of reinforcement.
To prevent reinforcement, you can use a medication called naltrexone, which is like a key fitting into a lock, so that the body's own opiates, endorphins, just bounce off, so there is no reinforcement to the system. The neural pathways become weaker each time there is drinking on naltrexone. It goes back to the work of Ivan Pavlov, who discovered that the dog, in this case, could learn to salivate to a bell if the bell was rung and the dog was presented with a reinforcer, food. But if you stopped giving the reinforcement, no more food, the dog would still salivate, but a little bit less each time until there was no longer salivation. And that is unlearning or extinction. Pharmacological extinction is a technical term for what we now call the Sinclair method, or TSM. The medicine itself is not curative. You have to take the medication 1 hour before drinking.
I'm gonna go meet some friends. I'm out here in Santa Monica. They've got a new bar that they really like, so I thought I better take a pill. I started the Sinclair method in 2009, and very quickly it stopped the binge drinking and the cravings. Now, I only take a pill if I'm going to drink, but I always keep my medication with me, just in case.
I took a few animals. They were rats that liked alcohol, and I put them in the boxes. They were able to lever press for alcohol, and they learned it overnight. They loved alcohol. They pressed for alcohol, and I showed David, well, this is working. They like it. Then David said, well, we could try naloxone. Naloxone is one of these opioid antagonists. Would they still be willing to lever press, or would they do something else? Oh, this is interesting. They started lever pressing, but then they stopped. And I repeated this the second day, the third day. They would always start lever pressing, but they stopped earlier and earlier. This was really fascinating, and then I gave the data to David, and David said, well, it seems like extinction.